Warning: the following video contains explicit language which may be offensive to some viewers or inappropriate for children. The content within this video is intended for mature audiences only.
Hello and welcome back to this video. Before we get started, just a reminder, on Saturday and Sunday, I upload one video each day, and it is my commentary on a full episode of Welcome to Night Vale. If you enjoy comedy that is a satire of everything that is horror related, supernatural related, check this out. It's kind of like if Stephen King did comedies. It's worth checking out. It's a fun ride. But that is Saturday and Sunday, and today isn't. So buckle up, and we're getting ready to jump back into Season 2, Episode 10, The Visitor Brings the Game. Breakdown of rabbits.
The tapping version would be 1 space 1. B, still in the first row but located beneath the number 2, would be represented by 1 space 2, and so on. I quickly mapped out a 5x5 Polybius square on a scrap of paper. Beneath the numbers 1 through 5, I placed the letters A through E. Then I built the rest of the lines and numbers. When I was finished, I had my mini spreadsheet.
And the thing is you can spread that out. Played with them before. Looked at some rather, when as a correction officer working in segregation, they would write some fairly elaborate versions of that. They would even have cross-reference for like TH sound, ST sound, stuff like that. So instead of using 2 characters, they're using 1 character. Encryption like that is kind of cool. It's actually fun to play with.
Then I began deciphering the beeps in the piece of music we discovered on that website. The song, or whatever it was, called Horned Isotope in G major.
Still think that would be a cool name for a band.
When I was finished, I showed Carly and Violet. There were 3 words. Add your path.
That is interesting.
From the Public Radio Alliance and Minnow Beats Whale, you're listening to Rabbits. I'm Riley Bennett.
The second intro. I love that second intro.
Stay with us.
Like I said, just listening to this is kind of cool. The music on Welcome to Night Vale is the same way. It's kind of cool, but if you're trying to do commentary and you're conscious about how long the video is going to be, it does get annoying sometimes.
From architecture is a famous mistake.
But it is still good music. And I like all the little background noises like littered through the music and like right here.
Add your path?
What the fuck does that mean?
I don't know. Maybe it has something to do with path cards.
Do you have your deck with you?
I pulled out my deck of path.
Yeah, I guess if you're living in this universe and stuff like this is kind of common, I guess, you would carry something like that with you all the time. I mean, I have a novelty set of the path cards, which earlier in the season, in early episodes, I showed off. They're kind of this universe's tarot, I guess, or tarot, depending on how you want to pronounce it.
Path cards, and we spent the next hour or so trying to find anything that might help. There was nothing.
There has to be something.
There's nothing obvious.
Well, then let's get unfucking obvious.
Okay, settle down.
You know, let's you know, cool our panties.
Running out of time.
How do you know? I mean, what makes you say that?
It's just a feeling.
I knew exactly what Violet meant. I had the same feeling. And
yeah, I have come through 54 years of experience on this planet that if you get 2 or more women that have the same feeling about something, and especially if you have a prostate, if 2 or more non-prostates have a bad feeling about something, you need to pay attention. That's just rule of life, just an experience.
I'd had it for quite a while.
What if we're looking in the wrong place?
What do you mean?
I don't know, but maybe we need to open up our interpretation of the clue.
How the hell do we do that?
I don't know, Violet. It's just a suggestion.
Internet.
Maybe
What?
add your path.
Okay.
What if we type the name of a path card at the end of the URL?
Wait, what?
That's good. What's the first one? The Tree of Life?
Yeah.
This would be fun to do just to see what happens. I imagine you'd confuse your browser out of hell. Or if you're like me, I run 3 different web browsers, so because there are features for different sites that I like within the web browsers. I just wonder, that could be fun.
So Carly typed adamlovebomb.com/the Tree of Life and then pressed enter. The result was nothing but an error page.
What's the next card?
The demigod.
We tried all 12 path cards, with the word "the" preceding the name and without, but there was nothing. All 12 cards produced 12 identical errors.
Well, at least we know what happens in this universe.
Carly got up from where she'd been sitting in front of her computer and stretched. We'd been at it for a while. All of us were starting to lose it a little. We sat there in silence for a minute or two, when I thought of something.
Okay, let's hear it.
I walked over to where Carly had been sitting and sat down in front of her computer.
What are you doing?
Something far too literal.
What?
I moved my cursor over the browser's address bar and added a slash and 2 words after the Adam Love Bomb URL. The 2 words I added were "your path." 8 letters, no spaces.
Yeah, you know, sometimes it's those obvious things that kick you in the ass.
Then I pressed the return key. A second later, the 3 of us were looking at a map.
What kind of map were you looking at?
Well, holy shit. It's a map.
Add your path. That was extremely literal.
You're a genius.
Just lucky.
Where is this?
I don't know.
What we were looking at was indeed a map. It appeared to be centered around some place called Picture Canyon.
You gotta find out where Picture Canyon is now.
There's a Picture Canyon in Arizona, another one in Colorado. That's probably the biggest.
I mean, how are we gonna find the right one? We can't go traveling all over the country.
It's
You don't have to in this day and age.
neither.
What?
It's Nevada.
What makes you say that?
Because I've seen a version of this map before.
Where?
Here.
I pulled up my research file.
Yeah, it's when those things start clicking together. And I think this is going to be something that happens fairly quickly in this episode.
And opened what I had on the M Cave in the desert outside of Nevada.
Holy shit, it's the same place.
Sure looks like it.
This is where that hiker went missing looking for the M Cave, where that couple talked about finding the crown or something.
Yeah.
Yepper.
Yeah, it looks like the same area.
Hey, look at this.
Violet pointed to what appeared to be a crown symbol just south of the words Picture Canyon.
What do you think it means?
I think it means we're going for a drive.
But you're in Seattle. That's a hell of a drive. I mean, that's almost like driving from, North Texas to Central Texas.
When?
I think now.
Right now?
Vegas, baby.
And so, we booked 3 rooms in an overpriced casino and got on a plane to Las Vegas. We pulled into town around midnight. I went straight to bed.
You flew to Vegas, but you pulled into town. Or got a rental car, maybe? I don't know.
I have no idea what Carly and Violet got up to.
Maybe each other.
The following morning, we got into a Range Rover that Carly or Violet must have rented at some point and started driving out of town.
And it makes you wonder where, stuff like that can't be cheap.
We'd driven for about 10 minutes when we pulled over to get coffee and use the restroom. 2 things happened at that gas station that were surprising. The first was the fact that I saw a copy of the Malicetic Atlas for...
That's interesting. Malicetic Atlas. I think I did an episode where I the book, which slips my mind. I hate it. My brain sometimes. The silly putty is sometimes it's too soft. The Atlas Obscura, which inspired the Malicetic Atlas for this podcast. Or that's my take on it. I don't know 100% sure. That's just a guess.
Sale in a small section of travel guidebooks and maps. The second thing was, just as I was about to pay for my coffee and that copy of the Malicetic Atlas, Violet rushed in from the car. She was breathing hard. She told me that Carly was gone.
What? May have taken off with may have vanished with the one guy's wife and black tapes.
It took me a while, but I eventually switched on my voice recorder.
What happened?
The 2 of us used the bathroom, then I made a tea. Carly told me she was headed back to the car. When I followed her out a few seconds later, she was gone.
You sure she's not inside the station?
Positive. I checked everywhere. She just vanished.
Well, I was watching the door the entire time. Carly never came out.
Shit.
I'm calling the police?
Sounds like Carly peed in one universe and finished peeing in another.
What are we gonna tell them, Riley? That there's a mysterious game and she's just vanished?
We'll tell them our friend went missing and they can check the surveillance video.
This isn't good.
Shit.
At that point, a black sedan pulled into the parking lot and stopped right in front of us.
Black sedans are never, ever good.
Nobody got out. They just sat there, idling. Then, another black sedan entered from behind and started moving towards us.
Oh, that's always not good.
A man and woman in matching black suits stepped out of the gas station and started walking toward us.
And I think this is where we will call the video good at this point. I hope everyone is having a good day. I hope the rest of your days are good as well. Evidently, my Houdini Kitty is here to wish you guys well too. So until next time, everybody, be good, humans. Be good to other humans. Peace.
Hey, it's 10 p.m. Do you know where your children are?